don't need a return ticket where you're going. This is a one-way journey. Straight down!
Hi there. Here at Gamescrafters, we can offer you 2 pairs of prescription glasses for the price of fun in less than an hour. So I'd like you to cover up your left eye and focus your attention on our first challenge, to be set by the Gamesmaster.
We start the show with a hearty challenge on the golfing game PGA Golf 3. Using the TV golf stick rather than joypad, our challenger has 2 minutes to get the small white ball into the small black hole. Right, let's tee off.
So let's go up to the tee and meet Adil Kastandi. Okay, now, Adil, many people worry about long-term unemployment and the problems of the third world. For you, it's hair. Tell us what your worries are.
Well, it just grows in all different ways and just annoys me.
So you like to keep it short and tidy?
Yeah, that's right.
That's good, because a lot of kids nowadays favour the Ricky from EastEnders look, you know, where it hangs down, and I think lankness is one of the big problems that we're going to face as we approach the year 2000. Would you agree?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Do you play golf yourself, Adil?
No, not really.
No? So you'll be looking forward to this one. Okay then, while Adil and I have a quick look at Gamesmaster's lovely range of irons, we'll find out what's in this week's news. Last week we unveiled the Ridge Racer on the PlayStation. This is an early version of Namco's latest arcade racer, Ace Driver. The coin-op uses the same System 22 technology as the original Ridge Racer, but allows an 8 players at once type situation. Ace Driver will be mincing its way into UK arcades very soon.
Stop just watching TV.
Yes, cable-happy Americans can now download games directly into their Mega Drives thanks to the Sega channel. You can choose a game out of about 50, and within seconds it's piped down the cable lines into your warm, inviting lap. You can download as many games as you like for a moderate monthly fee of around $40.
One for one monthly fee. Sega channel.
I'm so glad you are my friend.
Over the years, we've had some pretty sad games on Gamesmaster, but surely none sadder than Terry, your virtual girlfriend. For people whose personal hygiene prevents them talking to real girls, Terry will give good conversation.
I've noticed you are happy almost every time I talk to you.
She'll listen to your problems, laugh at your jokes, and generally treat you like the suave charmer you always knew you were.
And you are such a nice guy.
Personally, I think it's great. Right, no stranger to bogeys himself, Gamesmaster's own Andy Hutchinson is with us in the bunker for this one. Andy, we're actually using the TV Golf Club in this one. What tips can you give our challenger with that in mind?
Basically, there is only one tip. Hit it as hard as you possibly can. Avoid that ball.
Good thwack.
Gotta be. Or try not to draw it over to those trees.
Okay then, right, Adil, best of luck. Adil has 2 minutes to get the ball in a hole. He can use a maximum of 12 shots. Par is not a problem on this hole. Best of luck, Adil. Your 2 minutes begins now. Right, when Adil swings the club, it's going to cross the light beam as it's just in there. Now, the computer's going to read this. The white line you can see going to the left, that's the power. Going to the right means he's actually sliced it a bit. So that's not what he wanted to do. And in a minute, we're going to see exactly how far that's gone. 133 yards. You can see the angle on the map there. Not a terribly good first shot, Hutch.
He's got to swipe that club, Dominic.
And sure enough, he does. He swiped it again. That's about, again, that's the same. It's about half the power. And he sliced it once more. Is it going to go in the bunker? No, he's going to stay on. He's still on the fairway there. 109 yards. Not terribly good either, Hutch. What would you recommend him doing?
Well, I think he needs a caddy.
Like Fanny. Like Nick Faldo's caddy. Okay, swings again, 1 minute 15 left. That's a bit better, actually. It was a straight on one. He hasn't sliced that, and he's still on the fairway. 1 minute 9 seconds left, 127 yards. Now he's going to a pitching edge. He's only 74 yards away, Hutch.
Well, of course, length isn't important, Dominic.
Indeed. Okay, he's swung again. Oh, that's a bit puny. Only 25% power, and he sliced again. That's a dreadful shot into the rough. It only went 32 yards. 43 yards away now, Hutch. What does he need here?
He needs a little punch shot.
Okay, and let's see. Oh, that's a bit more powerful, though. It's probably going to be about 40 yards, but he's hooked that one terribly. And you can see the creases in his pants. He's still onto the green, though. It's gone 52 yards, but he's only quite far from the hole. In fact, he's actually on the fringe, on the edge of the green. He's got about 25 seconds left. He's taking another swing. It's got to be a 39-foot putt, but this is a terrible putt, actually. And he's sliced this putt, which is very difficult to do, actually. And he only went 13 foot there. He's missed. What happened there, Hutch?
Yeah, lack of beam to sense the connection.
His stance has all got a pot. He's running out of time here. He's going to have to try and hit this thing. He's got 2 seconds left, 1 second left. A final pitiful pot. And it's still miles away, which means that Adol's challenge ends in disaster. Bad luck, Adol. Adol, at the end of that, you were still 26 foot away from the hole. What went wrong for you?
Well, it's a hard game, it's hard to swing at, and didn't know where to put the beam, really.
Yeah, it's quite that you were swinging like crazy at the end there. You were going like that. It was like some kind of public school headmaster, actually, I think, at the end there.
Yeah.
But you can console yourself with the fact that you do have, actually, probably the best hair out of any challenger that we've had on. Unfortunately, that's the only consolation that you will have, because we can't give you a joystick. So, Adol, thank you very much, but back to the cage. Well, another challenger leaves behind his 15 minutes of fame, with only ridicule from former friends lingering on the horizon. While we bask in this golden thought, let's take a look at this week's reviews. First up, gently caress the Force with Star Wars on Sega's just-released 32X add-on.
This Star Wars game is by the same team who put together the Virtua stuff for Sega, like Virtua Fighters and Virtua Racer. And it shows. It's nice, big, blocky polygons, big colours, lots of flashing lights and very fast, smooth animation.
There are 4 levels in the game. The first one starts you out in deep space, just shooting down a matter of 15 ties. The second level, you're flying over the Death Star. In the third level, you're flying through a ship. You've got to destroy its engine when you get to the end of the level. I didn't get onto the 5th level, so I don't know what's there. Sorry.
It's also very easy, even when you play it on Mega 32X mode, which is supposedly the hardest setting. You should finish it in a day or so, and it's a little disappointing for that. It is a good demonstration of the graphic power of the 32X, but not the game to buy it for.
Meanwhile, in Japan, Virtua Fighters has been bundled with the just-released Saturn. We thought we'd review it now for a laugh.
It's been a long time since I've been truly excited by a video game this much. Virtua Fighters sent large dollops of adrenaline charging through my body. It's an excellent conversion. In fact, I prefer it to the arcade game, which I always found slightly sluggish to respond. Really, you must at least get to see this. And as soon as you do see it, you're going to want a Saturn and Virtua Fighters.
Each character's got their own set of special moves that vary wildly. Some pick each other up by the knees and swing them round and throw them out of the ring, while others jump up into the air and come crashing down on your chest. If the rest of the Saturn games continue to be this good and this good looking, I'm sure the Saturn will do very well.
As a beat-em-up, it's better than all the competition that's gone before. It's better than Street Fighter, it's better than Mortal Kombat, it's better than Primal Rage. It's fantastic. Lots of combos, lots of secret moves, and the most amazing graphics ever seen on a home system. It really is the bee's knees, and certainly worth buying a Saturn for. It's as simple as that.
Today's celebrity is slowly cruising up the River Styx, with water and other liquids gently lapping at his side. Let's find out what his challenge is.
I do like a good shoot-'em-up. And my next challenge on the CDI game Chaos Control should provide just that. Players have to rack up points by blasting as many alien adversaries as possible in 45 seconds. It couldn't be simpler.
Tonight's celebrity guest is none other than reggae stroke, dance stroke, top 10 crossover legend, CJ Lewis. Morning, CJ, good to see you. Right, now listen, CJ, in your spare time when you're not being a pop star, what games do you like to play?
Games? I usually like to play a little Game Boy. It's called Helicopter Rescue. That's about the only one I've got.
And you like that? Now, also, one of your first reggae hits was a cover of Why Do Fools Fall in Love?
Yeah.
Now, that's a bizarre song, because the song itself doesn't actually answer the question. So why do fools fall in love?
They just end up falling in love. It's just one of those things everyone does.
They do because they do. Yeah. It's like Descartes, that, isn't it? It's a philosophical song. All right, then, and playing CJ Lewis tonight, we have Mark Denton. Welcome, Mark. Mark, meet CJ. CJ, meet Mark. Now, Mark, we've actually had your twin brother on earlier in the series, Richard. He actually won a golden joystick. How do you think you're going to do against the might of CJ?
I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Good. I like that. You're a very modest young man. If you want to see if Mark can beat CJ, then join us after the break. Welcome back. We have CJ Lewis, chart sensation, and Mark Denton, not a chart sensation, but a very nice young man nonetheless, about to do battle on Chaos Control. Helping me prove that two grown men can fit into the same pulpit is Steve Merritt from Mean Machines. Steve, we've got CJ here. What is your favourite sweet for your sweetie?
Well, that's an interesting topic, Dominic, but I'm a bit of a marathon man, I reckon.
And some tactics for Chaos Control.
Hold your finger down on the fire button.
It's one of those.
It's that simple.
OK then, so Mark Denton is going first. He has 45 seconds to score as much points as he can muster. Best of luck, Mark. Your time starts now. OK, off goes Mark. It's a bit misty here, Steve.
Yeah, but you'll notice that the scores continue going up. You score no matter what you hit. However, it's when you hit the blue things and the red things that makes all the difference. You can't actually control your flight path. It's predetermined, so all you have to concentrate on is where the next alien's coming from.
OK, and we see a lot of them are wearing blue and white now.
Absolutely.
Rangers players.
Absolutely.
So we should gun them down with increasing regularity. OK, so what of the blue guys here?
They're like Power Rangers, so the sooner they die, the better, I reckon.
OK, he's had 31 seconds. He's got about 14, 12 seconds left.
I notice he hasn't actually hit anything yet. That may be a problem when it comes to a high score.
He's got 5 seconds left. Isn't a terribly good score.
It's not.
3, 2, 1. He's almost out of time. Stop the game. 2,095 is Mark's total. He must make way now for CJ. OK, Steve, how can CJ beat that score of 2,095?
Shoot something.
OK. Right, CJ, if you're ready, your 45 seconds begins now.
Well, we're back in the fog.
CJ. It looks a bit like Brecon.
Yeah.
Like this place, that's always foggy. OK, up he goes. His score's mounting up already. He's got one.
It's a good start. It's a very good start. Unfortunately, that seems to be it for today. Number 2.
And he's beaten it.
He's beaten him already. Even if he doesn't shoot anything, he's beaten him.
He just might as well carry on. He's won after 15 seconds, but he's going for the all-comers record, I think.
That's a cup of tea.
Oh yeah, I think we'll win that ball for a couple of minutes. He's got 15 seconds left, so just
he's cleaned him out. He's cleaned him out.
There's no stopping CJ. He's just about to hit the 3,000 mark. He's got 5 seconds left. 1, 4, 3,
Superb.
2, 1. Stop the game. 3,115 points, so by the narrow margin of nearly 1,000 points, CJ Lewis is the winner. Well, CJ, excellent. Mark, oh dear. You know you get points as long as you stay alive in that. Yeah? And although you got scored 2,095, you didn't actually hit one thing. What went wrong?
And ask me. I don't know.
Well, Mark, all I can say is, unfortunately, you didn't match your brother's playing prowess, so it's just back to the cage, Mark Denton. And no, I don't think we should applaud. No applause. No applause, because that was hopeless. Don't. It wasn't good enough for applause. OK, CJ, your performance was excellent, but do you know the guests aren't supposed to win? The guests are supposed to be really bad on the show. So what went wrong?
I don't know, I just got into it and it just went from there.
I was looking at your face, you were enjoying that a bit much, actually.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't mind having a few more goals in there, actually.
Could this be a career change for you now? You'll become somebody who goes around in planes shooting down people in blue and white suits?
No, this will just be for fun.
Well, CJ Lewis, you got to number 3 with Sweets of My Sweet, but you got to number 1 on the Gamesmaster Challenge, which means you get the Gamesmaster Golden Joystick. And
some more good old-fashioned Christian folk go down on bended knee, genuflect like crazy and say, "Please sir, can I have some help?" in the consultation zone.
Hello, and welcome to my agony column for confused games players. Who's first to make me suffer?
Gamesmaster, I'm a bit short-sighted and find it difficult to see what's going on Super Stardust on the Amiga. Is there any way of making it bigger for me?
No, but I can give you tunnel vision. Enter this code. CESUQAAQFFX, and you'll start the game at the first tunnel level, which, for everyone else, looks like this. Next time, go to your optician before pestering me. Nurse, bring me another.
On Psycho Pinball on the Mega Drive, I prefer to play the bonus table, but it is so hard to get to. Help me, please.
Haven't you anything better to do? While on the main table, pause the game and enter BABBACAC. This will take you straight to the sub-game. Subnormal, more like. Who's next for community care?
Gamesmaster, a few weeks ago you said there were some secret levels on Earthworm Jim, known as the Dark Rooms. How do I get to them?
No, I think you'll find it was actually Mr. Diamond who said that. But as the universe's games brain, I can tell you where they are myself. On lab level 5, jump into this easily missed box, and you'll find enlightenment in the Dark Rooms. All clear now?
Thanks, Gamesmaster.
Have I suffered enough? I think so. I'll be on the couch with my joystick if anyone needs me.
Next week, the much-awaited Sony PlayStation is finally released in Japan. The promotional tape that's doing the rounds in advance shows a plethora of games in development for this new console. Because this is Japan, there's plenty of simulations of traditional Japanese games like Mahjong and Pachinko. Well, they seem to like them. There are predictable conversions of games from other systems like Parodius. And because this is a brand new machine, there are plenty of highly original beat-em-ups. And of course, RPGs, which Japanese blokes and birds go mental over. Quite what this game is about, none of us knew, but we like it. This is an early version of wacky driving game Toon Toon Racer, which is like the illegitimate offspring of Mario Kart and Stunt Race FX. Metal Jacket involves wandering around the city, dispatching of robots in time-honoured fashion. And yet more RPG games, this time in 3D. But the flagship game will be Toshinden, which doesn't look at all like Virtua Fighters. Oh no. Despite looking groovy, these games do not jump up and smack you over the head with the rod of originality, and none of them touch the smartness of Ridge Racer. However, by the time UK punters get their hands on this in autumn 1995, Mr. and Mrs. Much Better Games will have come to call. We're about to slip down the end of Show Mountain, but before we do, let's go over to Gamesmaster for the final challenge.
I regret to say that my final challenge on the Mega Drive platformer, Boogerman, involved some of the grosser bodily functions. Players had 45 seconds to collect as many points as possible as they pick their windy way through the cave level. To spice things up further, our players were wearing some rather special vibrating vests, which will ensure they feel the full force of their flatulence.
To play this, please welcome Andrew Jones and Ross Alexander. Andrew, you've got a little part-time job to help pay for your games playing habit. What is it?
Tomato picking.
And what sort of skills make a good tomato picker?
Stamina, really, to put up with the boss.
Oh, is it? Is he not terribly good, no?
No.
What's his name?
Robinson.
Mr. Robinson?
Yeah.
Mr. Robinson? Be a bit nice to Andrew. We know where you live. And those are lovely kids you've got. Okay. You starting? All right, thanks for that, Andrew. We've got that sorted out. Ross, now, Ross, you've got a hilarious bike getting nicked anecdote, don't you?
Yeah, I was uptown and I had my bike nicked, so I had to chase after these kids who nicked my bike. And I had to get a lift from some stranger I didn't know and take him to the police station. On the way, the kid jumped out of the car and I had to chase him, get him back again. And he got to the police station, got 20 quid compensation, which wasn't bad.
You got 20 quid?
Yeah.
So you could actually do this a couple of times each day and make quite a comfortable living?
Yeah, it would be pretty good, I think.
It's worth bearing in mind. OK, right, Ross and Annie, would you like to get your little vibrating vest packs on and we'll go up to the commentary box? Mr. Total's favourite little boy, Joss Bilson, is with me for this one. Joss, they're using these Aura Interactor vests for this. Now, how will that enhance their game-playing experience?
Right, when they're wearing the interactors, the game's sound effects come down through the vest as vibrations. That means they get full satisfaction out of Boogerman's rip-roaring farts.
So it'll be, you'll vibrate when you fart?
Certainly will.
Similar to the effect if you're sitting on, like, say, a leather sofa and you let one off then?
Absolutely. There's going to be a lot of farting going off.
Excellent. Right there, just about ready. Andrew's going to go first. Each player has 45 seconds to get as many points as they can. Best of luck, Andrew. Your time starts now. OK, off goes Andrew. In the top left of the screen, you can see a snotometer. That's how much snot he's got left to fire. The top right, there's a special gauge here, Joss. In the top right, this sort of bunking gauge
That's
thing.
right. You can see just in a moment, he just did a super fart then. Hold down the C button for a couple of seconds and you'll charge it for super fart or a super burp.
And now we're well worth the money.
It is. It's double points when you kill a baddie with a super fart.
OK, 21 seconds gone, 1,400 points gone. Not a bad start, Joss.
It's not bad. We're looking at 3,000 to 4,000 points for a very good score.
It's Cape's yellow, though, now. Oh, super burp.
There's a good burp.
But he missed a bit there, though.
Yeah, it's Cape's yellow. He's taken one hit. He can only take one more and then he's dead.
OK, 36 seconds left, though. There's not that much time left. 2003, 2004, 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Out of time. Stop the challenge. Andrew finishes with 2,700 points worth of snot. Please, can you make way for Ross? OK, so Andrew finished with 2,700 points, Joss. How can Ross beat that? Excellent. Right, best of luck, Ross. Your 45 seconds begins now. OK, off goes Ross. 2,700 points to beat. And nice little gentle nose flick for that one. Little bogey there, Joss. He's taking another hit, Joss.
Well, but he's just taken a hit. He's got to be very careful not to take any more.
OK,
all right.
800 points, 14 seconds gone. He's been hit again, and this is curtains. This is absolute curtains for Ross. He dissolves, which means Andrew is the winner. Andrew. And bad luck, Ross. Right, Andrew, we'll start with you. What did it feel like then, playing that with a vest on?
It was like the feeling you get when you climb the gym ropes at school.
Say no more, Andrew. I know exactly what you mean. Ross, do us a favour. This is the stopwatch I use to time the challenges, right? This is stopped after yours finished. Tell us, what time does that say?
15 seconds.
Sorry, say that again, Ross?
15 seconds.
Sorry, I can't quite hear you. Quite loud?
15 seconds.
15 seconds, and that was all you lasted, Ross. Why?
Well, the bottom burp was vibrating so much with the vest, I just lost my grip. So.
And again, I can completely sympathise with that. Thanks very much for joining us, Ross, but you don't get the joystick because Andrew gets Gamesmaster's golden joystick. And let's have another round of applause. Andrew and Ross. That's it for another show. I'm off to make people break wind during job interviews, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.